Piezoelectric for giving us a whole idea about the course. So for today's discussion, I will be discussing on the topic for how the future possibilities in our work or research, which we can learn from the learning outcome of this course. So at the first, I would like to discuss that what was the learning outcomes actually was for the course. It was basically to understand the fundamentals and advanced concept of the design of self-sufficient autonomous electrical system, various sensing applications. And also there were a few chapters where we actually learned about the materials, about the devices, and the working mechanism of several energy harvesting systems. And also we learned the advanced energy harvesting storage systems, and there were also a bit about knowledge about how we can be qualified for as a designer, as a designing coordination for the R&D projects, and etc. So yeah, from my learning outcome, I will say that yes, I'm very much optimistic about implementing this knowledge from this course to my future work or research. So what we actually understand what is energy harvesting. It is mostly, as Ashik said, that it is mostly the ambient energy to be converted into electrical power, which can actually be very much sustainable solution. So the world is actually now more thinking about the sustainability, the environment, and everything. So from that point of view, I think energy harvesting is a very interesting subject to study and to implement for the future work. And it is also a very promising technology, I would say, because in this technology, without the conventional batteries or external sources, we are using the ambient energy mostly. For my research or the working area, I think let me discuss with you some of the future possibilities of the implementation.
Before you explain that, can you help me, sister? You have studied the energy harvesting technology course. Congratulations to you. That I've heard that you have also get opportunity to work in ILOC also.
Mm-hmm.
You will be working in new kind of environment with new technologies.
Yeah.
So in the future, you can implement the studies you have learned here.
Yes.
In your professional work and in the university.
Yes.
So do you have any primary goal, or in the future what can you do?
Yeah, it was nice that you talk about ILOC. I recently joined there, and they're basically focusing on this energy harvesting thing in their locking systems and accessibility. Their keys are basically self-powered, so they are actually removing the batteries, and they're pioneering in Europe for such kind of technologies. And I'm really happy that I have learned this energy harvesting course, and now I can work there, and actually I can know more, and I can at least create value with this knowledge, and I can research there more. So yeah, for the future possibilities, I'm looking for how to improve. As you know that by energy harvesting we don't get a huge amount of power. So always we will be thinking about how to improve this. So yeah, I will be researching and thinking for the improvement of the output power we get. And also I think for the energy harvesting, the futuristic thing is we can do the IoT thing, that's the Internet of Things, the places which are remote and cannot be accessible easily. So we can actually use the energy harvesting in those places where we are actually removing the batteries there and no external power is needed, but and also the place is not accessible for us, so we can implement the energy harvesters there in some mechanism. And also for the wearable technologies, it's a very practical and convenient solution also, because again we will say there for the wearable sensing elements we are not needing any external batteries or power, or the charging is not needed. And again, if we think about the smart cities, smart medical systems, smart factories, energy harvesting is a very interesting subject to implement there, because by this energy harvesting is not only harvesting energy, as we learned from our course, energy is data. So that's a very interesting part of energy harvesting. So in that case, we can use real-time data collection and analyze them to improve the efficiency and the sustainability of urban infrastructures, for the infrastructures of any place. Also, for the transportation sector, energy harvesting has a big future. For the vehicles, aircrafts, ships, so we can use these energy harvesting systems where we are actually removing the batteries. So ultimately what happens, the efficiency is increased, and you know that as we learned from our course, that batteries take a lot of space. So and it is not it's not efficient, or I would say one day it will decay. It's not a continuous process.
You cannot use it continuously.
Yes. So energy harvesting, for the energy harvesting, we will not be thinking of the lacking, or yeah. So that's a good thing.
So like in the future you want to work on some systems that's battery free.
Yeah. So we are
that's the main motto for course, right?
Yes, and that's why I was very much interested to join iLock, because they are working battery free locks. So yeah. And also for the medical devices, we have a big opportunity to avail the energy harvesting there, where we can enable the development for implementable medical devices like that. So yeah, to be honest, energy harvesting has a big scope of learning and research and work. So I'm very optimistic about that. Faria, do you have any questions?
Yeah. At first, congratulations for joining in iLock, and I want to know, do you have any primary idea to implement your project goal? Like, have you tried in university?
Yeah, that was another nice story. We actually was done an exercise, laboratory exercise under Professor Yangbai, and me and Ashik were actually in that group. So we actually made a practical example of piezoelectric floor tile, where we actually used footsteps to generate some electrical energy, and we implemented it as a. We actually not implemented. We were done a practical experiment.
We're extracting data.
Yes, and we were actually generating data from that. And it was a good.
It was a very entertaining session. Like we connected with a lot of people.
Yes.
A lot of people knew about, got to know about the course.
Yeah, and got very good feedback on that. So in the near future, we can also think implementing it in a large scale in our university hallways, where a lot of people are going, and we can use it also for generating some electrical power, and also we can analyze some data out of it to do some, like for the marketing advertisement, we wanted data, and for the other statistics, we need data. So yeah, it was very good.
Fatema, sister, I heard that you are also working on another course related to energy. Because can you tell us that?
Which one? Oh yes. We are also doing a project in the intercross-disciplinary course. Yeah. So there we are also planning to make such kind of energy harvesters, and it's a very interesting one.
Let me tell you that maybe Fabian doesn't know that we were two in different teams. She was working on piezoelectric tiles, I was working on seaweed. So our teacher gave and we thought that though it's totally different thing, two ideas, but it's related to energy, and we are generating energy, right?
Okay.
She's harvesting energy, generating energy using seaweed. So two different ideas, but we were forced, not only I wouldn't say forced, that we were advised to work in a group.
Okay.
So
you merged them.
Yeah, we merged the ideas together. So we will implement the project, but two different systems working parallelly. We are still on the R&D. We hope that will give everyone a good output.
Yeah. So I think I have covered my topic, and let's get back to Fariha. So what is your topic, Tara?
Okay. My topic is actually it was what the interesting and new things I have learned from this course. Okay, my bachelor was on electronics and communication systems, so electronics part is the full new for me here. My major was in networking and communication, so in this course, like harvesting energy or doing things without battery is new. So I think capacitors or batteries are new for me. Suppose we come to know there are many forms of energy storage system like